Well, hey there, what's going on, you guys? Guess what? It's a new year, a new setup, and a new list of my most anticipated movies for the year of 2024. So let's get started with this. Before we start, real quick, and to be perfectly clear and quick, fast, basically, this is just a quick list of the 10 most anticipated movies. Just because the movie's not on the list doesn't mean I'm not anticipating it, doesn't mean I'm not excited, just means it didn't quite make it. My explanations for why I'm looking for these movies will be pretty quick, not very long-winded, just a brief reasons why. And be sure to leave yours down in the comments below. Tell me how you are feeling. This is something I really want to get in the conversation about. Let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. And number 10 on my list is Godzilla x Kong the New Empire. Simple reasons why. I love those really traditional movies about the kaiju, which are always my favorites. There's something about this MonsterVerse just being a punch-you-up movie that I really like. It looks like they're throwing a few cool new concepts here, though the CGI looks a little weaker. It doesn't bother me. I'm not here for good CGI. I just want to see some monsters punch each other. I usually get that from these movies, which is all I ask for, which makes it simple enough and exciting enough for me to say, I'm looking forward to having a popcorn time and seeing a new foe they could team up with. And besides, we're going to get a new form of Godzilla. It looks like Kong's got the Infinity Gauntlet now? That's just my observation. Number 9 comes to us in January, where movies go to die, except for this one's the one I'm excited about, which is Miller's Girl, which has the amazing Jenna Ortega in it. Pretty much everything this girl has done or is going to do, I want to see. I just don't care what it is. I just think she's such an up-and-comer. I'm really enjoying seeing her rise in her career and hoping it keeps on that uphill slope. And this movie seems like a callback to those 90s films that are very similar to this. And it's letting Jenna Ortega do something she hasn't done before. I like that. I kind of like the premise, though it's a little strange, but it could work. It could be intriguing, and I want to see everything they have planned for this. It's something I can't wait to check out. It has some great potential. I can't wait for this performance. And let's admit it, anything is good to have in January that doesn't look like absolute trash. 8th is going to go to Argylle. This comes to us from the directors and the creator, well, of the movie series anyway, of The Kingsman. And this one has a bunch of people in it that I recognize and love. It's basically this lady who writes a story about a spy but finds out there's more truth than she thought, and people start trying to kill her and capture her. And it just looks like fun. The trailer looks like dumb fun. And that's all I really want. I just want to be entertained. And I think it's been so long since I've had something like that, especially with a cast this stacked with so many actors I like and a director that I normally trust. Gives me something to look forward to for some good action sequences and some fun humor and jokes and some pretty entertaining characters. Let's just get this. Let's watch it now. Take my money. And the 7th spot is Challengers. Zendaya is in a movie and it looks just so crazy, not to mention all the stuff that went around with the jokes and the memes about Tom Holland and her after everyone saw the trailer and her leaning back. I know, we can keep that out of it. Aside from that, though, this movie looks like it's an interesting premise beyond that. It just looks like they could do something in here that could be very good, and it looks like they're giving Zendaya a chance to really use those acting chops of hers, to really sink into something that could play around with a little bit of a gray area, and the actors in here include one of the guys from West Side Story. I love that. I'm very excited for this movie, and it also has tennis in it. I played tennis for a while. I like watching tennis. So there's a lot going for it. Looks steamy, looks fun, looks intriguing, looks thrilling. Number 6 comes to us from the makers of John Wick as an addition to the John Wick universe, Ballerina, starring Ana de Armas. This is a spin-off of John Wick, and I don't care. As long as it's part of the John Wick universe, I'll take it. This whole world is so intriguing, and I'm excited to dig deeper. Usually I feel like a sequel like this isn't warranted, but I think it's perfect because we're not getting continuation of the John Wick story, but we're getting continuations in that universe. If you've seen No Time to Die, and you've seen Ghosted, you know Ana de Armas can really bring it when it has to come to some physical action sequences. She's a likable presence. She always turns in a good performance. She's just someone who yearns to this kind of film, and I just can't wait to have it. More of that creative action and original storytelling and simplistic plots in this amazing world with just some kick-ass in it. And always a good score and some great cinematography. Like, what? We all know what we're going to get. And let's get it right now. And let's enjoy more kick-ass. Entering the top 5 and starting it off, Civil War. Where in this movie, America becomes so divided, we have a civil war. There's like factions and stuff. It comes to us from Alex Garland, who's a director I really love. He made Ex Machina, one of my favorite movies ever of the 21st century. And he's just so right for this. And seeing the trailer and that A24 was attached, at that point, I was sold. Not to mention how relevant this feels right now. It just is coming at just the right time. And it's also just such a brilliant premise. It kind of feels like Red Dawn from the 80s with Patrick Swayze, only like a modern twist. Like we've got our own version of that now, and the trailer brings it. I can't wait for this movie. I just am hyped out of my mind to go to the theater and see this take place. If it doesn't take place in my front yard and in my state and in my nation before that happens. At least we're keeping optimistic in the new year though, so probably not. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Here's the thing. I love this new trilogy of Planet of the Apes movies, and I love the fact that we're finally getting in the future. The world looks so good, the way they're going to have the connection back to Caesar. We have this new ape who's connected to him with a villain, and the world building humans are just at a different place now. But however, the director is a director I don't trust a lot, and Disney is attached a little bit. So it would be probably number 2, number 3, but I don't know, there's a little something holding it back there, but overall the CGI still looks pretty good in here. It has the potential to have another one of those deep, great stories that really hits home. I'm ready for something that could be great. I have reservations, but I think we might have another good one coming up, and I'm hoping it is. Comes out Memorial Day, and it's a twist on the formula. In our top 3 spot, Mickey 17. The only thing I know about this movie is it's a sci-fi film starring Robert Pattinson. All I needed to know. I didn't need anything else. I was watching this movie the moment someone told me that. And honestly, that's all I really need to know. Something based off of a good book, apparently. And it's going to have a good cast, and it's just going to be science fiction. I love this stuff. I love sci-fi, and I love Robert Pattinson. And that's literally the main reason I want to go see this movie. I just want to be blown away, swept into a new world, entranced, and really just soak in everything that's going to happen on screen, from the performances to the visual effects to the direction. Thank you, Hollywood, for finally understanding. Just missing number 1 is Dune Part 2. I love the first Dune so much. I own it on 4K. It's just great. I know people say it's boring. It wasn't to me. It was just sweeping and an epic. I feel like we don't get films like this anymore. It's just rare. And we're getting it this time for its second part, to the conclusion to this story. And I'm telling you, I have a feeling it's going to be better than the first one if you know the Dune books. I really want this movie so much. I can't wait to see how they conclude it, see how it's going to be visualized. Austin Butler, Florence Pugh, Christopher Walken. It's just looking insane with these new characters in here, and the way it's shot. Just Denis Villeneuve has never let me down. One of my favorite current working directors, and there's just gonna have Hans Zimmer come back. It's as far as I'm concerned, gonna blow my mind away. But for our number 1 spot, and something I don't know if a lot of people would have this high, but I certainly am, The Fall Guy. Quite simply, I love Ryan Gosling. I love the show this is based off of, because yes, this is based off of a TV show from the 1980s that starred Lee Majors, who also played the $6 Million Man, and also played Heath in the Big Valley. And I'm a nerd. But this new spin looks so good, and I love Ryan Gosling. And the trailer just looks great. It looks like fun. That's what I want from a movie. Fun, comedic energy, and David Leitch is attached, who also was attached to John Wick, and furthermore, has helped in the Deadpool movies. He made Bullet Train. Give me this. This sounds incredible. It's like a rom-com mixed with action, and it's going to show stuntmen. That's awesome. It's literally a former stuntman telling a movie about a stuntman. That's all I needed. And the trailer was sick, though a little long, so if we can get this in theaters and I can just settle in, I'll be happy for life. So that's it, guys. Let me know down in the comments what movies you're looking forward to, and if I'm just weird for some of the choices that I made. One thing you may have noticed, there weren't any comic book movies that made my list this year, because I don't know, maybe last year just killed it, maybe this year just doesn't have any that are quite top 10. I don't know, man. But nevertheless, let's have fun. Let's enjoy the movies this year. Let's hope for a better year. Please. And let's just throw it off to the studios. See what they can do. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see y'all next time.